Our next guest is the mortgage geek and vice president of Cornerstone Mortgage Group, Sean Cahan, and his special guest from RE/MAX Pacific, real estate expert, Max Folkers.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your time. Max, first time on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about Bay Park today.
Yeah.
Mr. Cahan, we haven't talked about Bay Park yet.
No, we have not.
Why not?
I don't know, but it's a good market.
It's a good market, right? Tell us about Bay Park. First of all, for people who don't know what that is, where's Bay Park?
So Bay Park is just east of, I always tell everybody, you know where PB is, right? Mm-hmm. Just east of the freeway, just east of 5, in between SeaWorld Drive and all the way up to Balboa Drive, up alongside the hill, looking out over the bay. You know, it's a great location, and it's really kind of just now kind of getting its due as sort of the new destination.
Yeah, it's a place where a lot of people have had a lot of success in real estate recently. Prices have gone up there quite a bit.
Yeah.
What's the temperature of that market right now, Max?
You know what, it's really hot. You know, we're seeing some of the fixers come up. It's a community of 50s and 60s eras homes, and a lot of the families, they stay there for life. You know, it's a lot of single owner or second owner homes. They do come on the market, they're in great shape, but they haven't been updated. And for example, one had come on the market in the low 6s, and there's 24 offers on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just in such high demand where people want to put their own thumbprint on these great houses in these great neighborhoods.
What's about the price point range for Bay Park?
You know, so for a single-family detached home, most of the original homes there are 1,100 to 1,300 square feet, and you are going to see those in the mid-6s. Now, if you've got a view, you can tack on $50,000 to $100,000 pretty quickly.
Okay, so we're talking about jumbo financing for most people in that situation, Sean, which jumbo pricing has been something that you guys are killing it at over at Cornerstone. You guys are #1 on Zillow for jumbo. Yeah. How does the jumbo financing look right now?
I mean, I love the jumbo financing. I was just checking out this morning and shocked to see how low it really was. It's actually lower than any of our agency product.
So you can get lower rates on jumbo right now than on like the Fannie Mae stuff?
Yeah.
How is
We're like 1/4% to 0.5% lower than the agency, especially on high balance, right? So if you're doing a loan amount for like $575,000 and you have the room, just bump it up to $590,000, or you know.
And save money on interest?
And save money on interest that way. I know it sounds weird, but we're always told, hey, you want to keep an agency, you want to keep 580 and below or 417 and below. I mean, the 30-year on that jumbo product, I think it's because more of the institutional banks. So a lot of the other banks that were doing jumbo portfolio, I think, have kind of taken themselves out of the market, and now it's like a big fight, what we're seeing, between like all the institutional banking. So on the direct bank side, they're really, I mean, sharpening their pencil on these interest rates.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So jumbo financing for some people who can't have a big down payment in that area, but it's still been really, really hot, even though the homes are older and they're smaller. Why is it so hot? What's so great about Bay Park?
Well, I think what a lot of people are doing is, you know, what I did 12, 13 years ago was, you know what, I grew up in PB, not originally, but, you know.
What was that like growing up in PB? That's another question.
Well, I'm originally from Iowa, but, you know, of course, moved to PB in my early 20s, had a great time there. But when it comes time to settle down, wife and kids, and you start looking for a mortgage versus renting, you just couldn't afford to stay in PB. You know, you could get a tiny condo, or you can move across the freeway, God forbid, and all of a sudden you can afford a detached house, you can get a view. And I think what we're seeing is a lot of people are starting their search and saying, hey, God, La Jolla would be great, North PB would be great, Crown Point would be great. And then they say, oh wait, I can get the same thing for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 less over in Bay Park. And not only that, but it's really seeing a resurgence with a bunch of new restaurants and bars. Certainly the population is getting to be a lot younger as those original and second family owners are moving on, and new families are coming into the area.
Sean, you've bought a lot of properties all over San Diego County.
I just sold one in Bay Park.
Did you sell one in Bay
Yes,
Park?
I did.
Oh, there you go.
Seriously?
I swear to God.
See, do this stuff all the time.
At a more of an aggressive purchase or a sales price than we went into it. So
why'd you sell? Was it a flip or was it?
yeah, it's actually Max and I's property.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
We team up every once in a while and bring something to the market that's fun. And I mean, the houses where the purchase prices were, where we actually sold it wasn't like, you know, knock it out of the park by any means. I think that the buyer still got a really good deal. We were happy with it, and so we just kind of like moved on with the purchase price.
No, it is. It's fun to take those older homes and really make it into something special that can be turnkey and just perfect for a family to move right in, and again at a price that relative to the surrounding areas really makes sense and fits within their budget.
Okay, so you guys
getting that younger, not younger per se, but kind of that mid-level, allowing them to live in like a really nice area, safe without, really taking them to the cleaners with like, hey, you need like 200 grand down.
Yeah, right.
You got to carry a note of $6,000 a month. I mean, that gets really difficult for, some individuals and in that demographic of individual.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
So you guys saw opportunity there, seized it yourself. We're telling people right now about the same opportunities. I want to ask you both this question.
Yeah.
Right now, as investors, which you clearly are, is there any area in San Diego that you have your eye on in particular as an investor where you might see some opportunities?
Cool.
Well, I gotta say, I've always liked the Sherman Heights area, just south of 94, just east of the freeway. I think Barrio Logan. Not that there's a lot of residential down that way, but as the downtown redevelopment continues to push east, that's just going to continue to pop. And then the other area. And this may be a bit of a longer term play, but I mean, Imperial Beach, I mean, gosh, if you've got some money, I think that's just a great place to go. Everything that's happening down there along the coast, it's amazing what you can get, within a half dozen blocks of the ocean.
It is,
Yeah.
and that's one of the few places you can still do it. Sean, you want to add to that?
Imperial is one of the ones that I have like the forethought of, hey, it could be a very wonderful place. Yeah. But I feel that we've all been talking about that for a little bit too long. So I don't know if it's ever going to change. That's the thing. Maybe we might be talking about the same thing. Oh, it looks like it's up and coming because the prices are so low and you can be so close in 5 years. And if I still talk about it in 5 years, I think that it's kind of
over?
Like
it's like baked into the price, like everyone already believes that. Like that's one of the things that's tough. It's sort of like North County. North County, for a lot of people, starting to look overpriced. A lot of people look at North County going,
certainly, especially at the higher end, the newer developments, a lot of those are sitting for quite a while. And I've certainly seen a lot more price reductions, whereas in that mid-range, in the 4s, 5s, 6, 7s, there's still a lot of demand.
Tons of activity in that range.
I mean, I'm a buyer in North County right now, trying to buy something which I'm completely against for my personal self, but my wife really wants a house. And the prices are so crazy.
That's what I'm hearing.
To me, I just can't. I mean, we make a solid, great offer. No contingencies, closed extremely quick, and they're just like, no, I want this dollar amount, and I just.
Yeah. My parents just bought a house in Oceanside, and they said it was the same thing. They're looking at like fixer-uppers for like $700 and $800.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they don't want that.
Well, is North County on the decline? We'll have to save that for another segment of Smarter San Diego TV. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Really appreciate it. Sean Cahan, the mortgage geek, Vice President of Mortgage Lending at Cornerstone Mortgage Group. Max, thank you so much for coming today, man. Really appreciate your insights. It's great to meet you. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.
As a part of that vision for quality schools, at Jerebec we have a very, very involved parent community. They are part of what we do at school. We look at all aspects